you guys to come on. Maybe I should have turned the TV on to see if you guys can hear me. 1 second. I'm going to go and turn the TV on. 1 second. Who would ever thought that I would be saying 1 second? Let me go turn the TV on to see if you guys can hear me. Oh, girl. All right, so you guys should be able to hear me now. Okay. So getting back to what I was saying, honey, because I'm giving this good word. We having church up in here. Okay. Now I don't go to church, and I'm not making fun of church or anything like that. But if you go to church, you got to do what works for you. Okay. My relationship with God is more so of an inside thing. Okay. But let me finish telling you, okay? Let me go turn the TV, mute it. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying, Sugarfoot. Now listen, some of you guys, you have this plan, right? In fact, some of you guys, you've been praying to God, right? Like I said at the beginning of this video, you will be inspired. Okay. I mean, let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you how this thing is gonna go. You're going to be inspired before this video is over. Whether that's for you to take action to start that, whatever it is that God been telling you to start. Yes, I do the Dollar Tree horse, okay? Whether it's for you to take action or whether it's for you to make that phone call or whether it's even for you to believe in yourself. But I can almost assure you that you will be inspired before this video is over. Okay, I can assure you. Now I don't know how much you want to, put on the table, okay? But I can almost assure you that you're going to be inspired before this video is over. Now let's get to it, Sugarfoot, shall we? Let's go. So listen, there's something in you that you should be doing, okay? Some of you guys, you want to make content, okay? And you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm going to start the video, I'm going to start the channel, but every time you're supposed to press play, you back up. You back out of it, okay? You listen to the chatter that's telling you you're not good enough. The chatter that's telling you, oh, you was in special ed when you was a kid. Who's going to listen to you not smart enough? The chatter that's telling you you don't have what it takes. You don't know enough, that you got to wait until you get more information. That chatter. The chatter that you have heard maybe when you was in elementary school of the teacher that's saying that you just can't read, that chatter. So it's something in you that God has put in your heart and you won't move. You like at a standstill, right? And I wouldn't say you stuck, but you at a standstill. It's things in you that you know you ought to be doing, but you ain't showing up. Not showing up the way God desire you to show up, not showing up the way you supposed to show up. You just show up like, bare minimum. When the numbers look good, you one of those types. You show up when everything look good, when everything seems perfect. You wouldn't dare show up when you facing a little adversity or when circumstances aren't right. You wouldn't show up. And not realizing that it's those same exact adversities and the circumstances that you may be facing that is going to create character. But you ain't trying to hear me now, okay? It's those moments that we as though life is life and you just looking at life and you saying, oh, life, you don't won this battle. And God is saying, how dare you, okay? Some of you guys are asking God for a higher paying job, or are you asking God to increase your income? But the moment that you get the download, the moment intuition is speaking to you, just in case if you don't have this book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence, I advise you highly to go get it. Okay. Now, this is the Prosperity Bible book, a great read. It has all types of authors in here. It has James Allen in here. It has Charles Handel in here. It has Napoleon Hill in here. It has Florence Shen in here. It has so many amazing authors in here. And I highly advise you to get this book. If you feeling like you're a person that don't have what it takes, or if you feeling like that life is life and you can't make it out, or if you feel like there's like a dark cloud somehow just following you, the only one the dark cloud following, I advise you to get this book. If you're a person that feels like, you just got bad luck everywhere you turn, you ever hear people say this, everywhere is one thing or another, is always something. And they right, it is always something, because what they speak, what you speak, what shall be. Okay. And I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother, she used to say this thing. She used to say, this thing in your mouth, okay. This thing in your mouth, okay, it's called the tongue, and it can get you in trouble or it can get you out of trouble. All right, depending on how you're speaking. Now, there's something in you. Some of you guys, you've been wanting to do it for a long time, but you don't do it. I remember when I was doing Uber, and I absolutely love doing Uber. I mean, the passengers, they was phenomenal. Just a reflection of myself, okay? And Uber and Lyft. And one of the things that I remember hearing saying, once you get past culture, people are generally the same. And I remember I would be doing Uber, and it would be so many days where so I would ask the passengers who got into my vehicle, I would ask them questions like, do you like your job? And some people would say no. And I never forgot this one guy who got in my car. He was a bus driver. And I remember me and him was talking, okay? Make sure you guys, if you guys like affordable, okay, custom jewelry, all right? Make sure you guys are shopping my website, okay? Got some goodies over there. Stuff that ain't gonna break the bank, okay? But honey, it's gonna have you, okay, being the talk of the town, honey. When you go to them functions, okay, you ain't showing up average. You ain't showing up like you're walking on eggshells. You showing up like you know who you are. And you don't need these pieces to give you the confidence. See, because one thing that I know about confidence is an inside job. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. Okay. And it's not so much that you don't have it, is that you get in your own head, or you allow the chatter in your mind to tell you that you ain't got it. Okay. And I want you to understand that you do have it. When you walk in any room, you should be owning the room. Let me say that again, because maybe somebody just didn't catch that. When you walk in any room, you should be owning the room. I don't care how life is life in. When you walk in any room, you should be owning the room. Not playing small, not turning down your light because people feel like you too bright. In the words of Lisa Nichols, they need to put some glasses on. In fact, let me go get my glasses. Hold on, child. We are. Because I'm going to have to read some of you guys tonight. Okay, I'm going to have to read some of y'all. Okay, now listen, let's get back to it. Now, you got to stop turning your light down. Got to stop turning your light down. Okay, now, Dina, what do you mean by I'm turning my light down? You play, it's like, say you playing baseball, okay? I don't know a whole lot about baseball. I just know about the home run, the first play, the first base, second base, third base, okay? But you playing baseball, and it's almost like you know you have the potential. You know you have the potential to knock that ball out the park. You know you do. But because you so much in your head, and because you are allowing times in your life where as though you probably wasn't as successful in that thing that you did, you allowing your past to dictate your Dina. Oh gosh, I gotta drink. Do you mind if I drink this water? You allowing your past to dictate your future. Okay, it's things in your life that you ought to be doing. So you know you a good player, but you playing so small and you living up to other people's expectations so much that you won't even hit the ball the way you know deep down inside that you can't hit that ball. You know deep down inside you can knock that ball out the park, but you won't do it. And the reason you won't do it is because you're so stuck in your head. The reason you don't want to do it is because you feel like by you doing it, it's gonna take the shine off the other players. You feel like you don't want to be in the spotlight. Now I don't know who I'm talking to. Okay, all right, but it's something in you that you ought to be doing, and you don't show up. So getting back to the bus driver, okay? So this bus driver is a dark night. Picture this, okay? It's a dark night. You know, at this time I had a Honda Santa Fe. Now, you know, a Honda Santa Fe, a SUV. And I remember the bus driver had got into my car and he just got off of work. And one of the things I asked him, I said, hey, how's it going? He said, oh, it's going good. I said, dude, I said, oh, you just got off. He said, oh, I just got off work. I said, oh, that's good. I said, do you like your job? This is what he told me. He said, it's not about if I like my job. I have to do my job. Okay. Now, I don't know about the next person. Okay. But stop looking at life like you have to be sentenced to this here lifestyle. Whatever life you are choosing, stop looking at it like you are sentenced to that. See, some things in life are stepping stones, okay? Like I'm on Section 8 is a stepping stone. Do I plan on do I plan on staying on it? Absolutely hell to the no. But I'm grateful for it. It's a stepping stone, right? And sometimes in life, you may be so content on where you are and feel like that you can't do whatever God has called you to do. You may feel like, oh, there's no evidence of you being ever able to do it. Nobody in your life ever was a multi-millionaire, so why would you be the first? Well, the reason you're going to be the first is because there's something that you ought to be doing. See, there's an assignment on your life. And how rude of you to just pretty much go through life playing mediocre, walking on eggshells, not wanting to interrupt anything, just giving bare minimum. Not when your ancestors have done or what they have done. How dare you? How dare to me it's almost like a slap in the face, okay? And for the ones that's out there that know that they ought to be doing something different, and just each and every day keep playing mediocre, and it's something in you. It's almost like you a hamster on a wheel and you just keep on running. I mean, the same exact speed, doing the same exact thing. There's no change, there's no growth. So if there's no change and there's no growth, it's pretty much you're disintegrating, right? If you're not creating, you're disintegrating. And some of you guys, we all have unlimited potential within us. We all have the ability to make some things rock. Okay. We all have the ability to show up and earn as much as we desire. There's no cap. Okay. How you're working at a job and there's a cap. Well, in life, there's no cap. And for some of you guys, you say, this is the part where I got to read you. Okay, because God is flowing through me. Okay, now I got to put my glasses on and read you. Some of you guys, you say you believe in God, right? Yeah, you say you believe in God. Okay, you say, oh, I believe in all this other stuff. Why haven't you shown up? Or if you do show up, why do you only show up when things are going good? That's a question. I want to know. Why, when the numbers look right, that's when you show up? Why, when your children and everything is going good, why is that the only time you show up? Why? See, one of the things that you have to understand is adversity builds character. And when you show up, no matter what, because life is going to keep on life, and life isn't going to stop lifing because you have a dream or you have a vision. God gave you a vision and you think somewhere in the back of your mind, oh, life is going to stop lifing because I have a vision. Oh, no. Oh, no. If anything, it's going to get a little more intensive. And I want to understand, I just don't understand how you have so much faith in God, but you're not showing up. How you say God is the omega, the alpha, and you not showing up. I just, help me help you. When you got a therapy, okay, and the therapist say, help me help you. This is one of those moments. Help me help you. Why is that? Why is that? I understand exactly why it is. See, the reason why you show up when things are going good and you don't show up when adversity is knocking at your door, because you want it easy. Honey, don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. But you want it easy. You don't want it to challenge you. You don't want it to disrupt. Okay. You just want to play it safe. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing worth having if you continuously play it safe. Because even a diamond have to go through pressure. Okay. And if you are just one of those ones that just keep on saying, oh, you know what? Life is getting the best. Oh, honey, be mindful of the words you use. Okay. Because as long as you saying life is getting, how dare you? Okay. You got me about to come up out of my scarf. Okay. How dare you think that life is bigger than God? How dare you? I'm about to read you. Okay, I'm about to read you. Now listen, if this video, if you sensitive, you click off. Click off, honey. You might as well click off. Okay, if you one of those sensitive people, that don't want to look in the mirror and understand that you are the one that's creating this. For the most part, if you one of those that feel like, oh, you a person that's always pointing a finger and saying, oh, Dina, you don't understand my childhood. You don't understand the things that I've been through. Well, riddle me this, Sugarfoot. How is it you've been through some things, right? And there's people that been through the same exact things that you've been through, or in some cases, even worse. And they decide to show up. They decide to they understand that is what they believe is their perception. And if their life is going to change, it's up to them. How is that? How is it a person that's from the ghettos, they multimillionaires? And some of you guys, you play the race card. Some of you guys, you do. You play the race card, okay? You do play the race card. You say things like, oh, because of your skin color. Once upon a time, I used to play that card too, until I went to, a seminar where as though it was people of the same exact color as me that were multimillionaires. Grew up in the ghetto, the trenches, the hood, whatever you want to call it, multimillionaires. And then so it got me to thinking, if they able to do it, I know I can do it. Okay. And you have to believe in yourself so hard. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I know I have what it takes. Even if life is not reflecting it to you yet. In this book, The Prosperity Bible, okay, I remember coming across Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich, right? And I remember in Napoleon Hill book, it was this lady, okay? Well, it was a few stories in Think and Grow Rich that was very inspirational. The first story is this lady who wanted to become a Broadway hit. She was applying to be on Broadway, going to different auditions. I mean, this chick got rejected time and time and time again. I mean, she got rejected so many times. I think it was over 1,000 or something times they rejected her on Broadway. And you want to know what she said? She didn't say, oh, Broadway, you win. No, she said, this is what she said. She said, you may have knocked down a lot of people Broadway, but you ain't knocking me down. And some of you guys, you need to wake up and you need to start saying that to life. You need to start saying, you may have knocked down a lot of people, but you sure ain't gonna knock me the hell down. And you need to start showing up for yourself. You need to start believing in yourself. You need to start being relentless. You need to start saying, I don't give a damn what nobody else think of me. You need to start saying that to yourself, and start walking like you was created to win. Because the truth of the matter is you was created to win. God is waiting for you to show up so God could work through you. But so many of you guys, you waiting for the man in the sky. You waiting for God in the sky. You waiting for somebody to come change your life, right? Some of you guys, you waiting. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting to have, in the words of Reverend Ike, to have your pie from the sky, okay? And it's just not coming. The reason why it's not coming, now I know, because when I was going to psychologists, all right, and I was trying to figure out where am I going wrong in life, okay? And I was waiting for this miracle to happen, for somebody to come save me. until I got sick and tired of waiting. And I started realizing, oh, darn, nobody coming to save me. I got to save myself. And so guess what I started doing? I started showing up. I started studying. I started reading. I started listening to personal development. I started understanding that if I was going to win, I have to show up. If I was going to win, I have to listen to my intuition more. See, some of you guys, you are so in your way. Like, you really in your way. Like, God is telling you to set a business up. And many of you guys, you like, but where's the customers going to come from? I can't. I can, but that's not for you to worry about, Sugarfoot. It's not for you to worry about where's the customers going to come from. You've been given an assignment to write a book. And some of you guys, you like, but who's going to buy the book? God wanted you to write the book because God has the people that's in tune with your vision. All right. And this oh gosh, what's going on?